it's Friday, so today I'm going to be making some spare ribs for dinner. Yes, you heard me right, spare ribs. Leave your airs and graces at the door. Anyway, I do have company today. It's snowy. So, first of all, I'm making you don't actually have to marinate ribs, by the way. I mean, you can if you want to. I don't, but they always turn out really good. So first off, what you're going to have to do is to heat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. So I've got a feeling that's maybe 375 Fahrenheit, maybe. Anyway, get yourself a glass bowl. What you're going to do is you are going to, first of all, put some, I haven't got it here because I've just put it away, but some soft brown sugar, light brown sugar. And I'd put 4 tablespoons of that in here, 4 tablespoons. Okay. The next thing you're going to put in there is some, have you got it, kind of like a golden syrup. It's just like a sugar syrup, but if you don't have that, don't worry too much about that. Right. The next thing that I've put in is black treacle, and you only really need about 2 tablespoons of that because that does pack a bit of a punch. Now, if you're doing this in the US, you'll probably want molasses. Molasses would be absolutely fine for this. Okay, so you can use that. Right, the next thing, you want to put in 4 tablespoons full of balsamic vinegar. Okay, balsamic vinegar doesn't have to be organic, but mine is, so I don't care. Right, let me just think. Oh yes. So what you also want to put in is some olive oil. I have some good Greek olive oil that I bought whilst I was in Corfu, which is a Greek island. If you don't know that, you know it now. You also want to put in some tomato puree, okay? That's concentrated tomato paste. And I would put in probably a couple of tablespoons of that. That would be absolutely fine. Now, when it comes to the seasonings, I've put in pretty much 2 heaped teaspoons of rose harissa. This is actually rose harissa pesto. Doesn't matter either way, but rose harissa, if you can get it, put that in. I've also put in a good shake of garlic powder. I'd say probably put in about a teaspoon, a good heaped teaspoon of that. I've put in 2 teaspoons of ras el hanout, just for a little bit of texture on the outside. I've put in a couple of teaspoons of dukkha. Right, ground mace. I've put in a teaspoon of ground mace. If you don't have that, just use cinnamon. That'd be absolutely fine. I've put in about 3 good teaspoons of sumac. I think that's it really. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what I put in. This is my secret ingredient. Tropical sun. It's the best. It comes from the tropical island of Aromatic. There you go. It says it's free from artificial colours and preservatives. If you can't get that, you could probably use Aromat. So I've put in about a teaspoon of black pepper. This is my own. I grind this myself. About a level teaspoon of salt. Don't want to go crazy with that salt. It'll send you nuts. So that's that. Now what I'm going to do is put the ribs onto the baking tray. My baking tray. Right, I've lined it with kitchen paper, greaseproof paper, whatever you want to call it, just because it's got a lot of sugary ingredients. It's got some sugary ingredients in there, and it will stick quite heavily. It can stick onto the pan, so you don't really need that. Now I'm going to put my ribs in. So I'm going to cover these with foil. My foil, I mean, No, it's just not wide enough, so let's get 2 pieces and attach them together like so. Now I'm going to cover this up. Right, okay, so that's all tightly covered up. Now I'm going to put that in the middle of the oven, like I say, at 180, and it should take 45 minutes. We'll see. I'll check it off, you know, see if it's done. If it's not, I'll give it a bit longer. So this is the ribs. Right, anyway, so I did cook them in the oven for 50 minutes covered under foil. But then what I really had to do, and I forgot to say that you had to do this, is you have to take the foil off and put it in the oven for another 20 minutes. So this allows the ribs to crisp up like this. That's my jacket potato with butter on it. Let's see how this cuts. And this cuts really easily. Honestly, look at that. It's lovely. Put that there. Absolutely delightful. I'll let you know what it tastes like. Yep. Ribs from Morrison's. Give it an hour in the oven. Covered in foil. Then release the foil, bin it, and cook for another 20 minutes. It's absolutely lovely. It's lovely. Right, so I've got the ribs into the pan here. I don't know, it's pretty about a kilo of ribs here maybe. I'm going to put this, on it. Basically, the way that I like to cook a lot of the time if I can is to find really, really good recipes that aren't, you know, where you're not having to like keep going back to it all the time. So so what you're going to do is just get them all coated. This is a mess. You can wear gloves for this if you want to. I don't have any gloves right now. Doesn't really bother me because I've got actually always keep a nail scrubbing brush by the sink so I can get the nails all clean. Doing it again, Izzy. Although, what are you doing? Right, look, these are covered, as are my hands, look.